The HDC application provides a safe and secure environment to share aggregate data through a simple process that you can change or cancel at any time. We want to help foster a culture of data-driven learning, creating a way to view your own practice data and compare it with your colleagues inside or outside your own clinical practice, and with groups of your peers across the province. To access the sharing feature, select the sharing icon in the navigation panel on the left-hand side of the screen. If you are an administrator for your clinic, you will see two tabs, one for your clinic and one for your own practice account. Now, we will demonstrate sharing for a clinic member account. Click on the Send Sharing Invite button. The Send Sharing Invite dialog box opens where you can search for the member you wish to share with. Select the member, the channel you wish to share, and add a message, and then send the request. When the request arrives to its intended destination, that member can either accept or decline the invitation to share. If accepted, a record of that share will be listed in the sharing screen with the member name, clinic name, channel, status of the share, and the initiator of the share. The value of setting up shares with your peers is that the data then becomes available to compare to. This adds value to small group learning sessions where a group of physicians can discuss patterns of practice with each other using their own data to inform the discussion. A sharing request works as a two-way request, like the way Facebook works. If you share with your colleague and they accept your request, your aggregate data is available as a data source for comparison purposes, and their data becomes visible as another source for you to compare to. The group function is a way for users to create ad hoc or user-defined clusters of members and/or clinics as a way to support group-based data-driven learning. For instance, physicians from across multiple clinics could decide to come together for a peer-led informal learning group or to work together on a PSP or division project. When a group is formed, individual practice and/or clinic data is masked and an average aggregate response for all group members is calculated and made available to members as a new data source. To access the group feature, navigate to the group icon on the navigation panel. In the group screen, we have a setup similar to the sharing screen with a member and a clinic tab. Under the clinic tab, you will see that several groups already exist. We call these system groups. When a clinic is initially registered, the aggregate data for that clinic is automatically included in the averages calculated for these default system level groups. To create a new group, choose either the member or clinic tab and click on Create Group. Then, select a name for your group, enter a short description, and click your visibility option. Forming a group creates a group data aggregate that totals the aggregate data from each member of the group. The group aggregate data is either publicly shared so others can use it as a data source, or the group is private, which allows only members of the group to see the group total for comparison purposes. Once the group is formed, members can be invited to join the group. Members invited to a group can either accept or decline the request to join. If you accept to join a group, you will be reminded that your data will now become part of this group's aggregate total. You can leave the group at any time by clicking Leave under the list of groups you belong to. By joining a group, you are agreeing to have your data become part of the group aggregate data, but in order for other members of the group to see your aggregate data in a way that lets them identify you as a clinic or individual, you would also need to explicitly have a share in place with your fellow group members.